Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-610-5739. 800-610-5739. That's 800-610-5739. Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Ford is issuing a number of recalls. One is for 2020 F-150 pickup trucks that have a battery connection issue that could result in a fire. Also one for over 500,000 Ford Edges and Lincoln MKXs with brake issues, and another for about 3,600 Lincoln Corsairs with a coil spring which could corrode and break. Another recall is expanding, as we hear from USA's Wendy King.
A produce company in Washington has issued a recall for salsa made from onions linked to a salmonella outbreak that has sickened more than 600 people. Spokane Produce recalled several varieties of salsa products, including saddling up salsa in mild, medium, and hot, and also salsa verde. The company said that no other products that it makes were affected. They also said no illnesses have been reported in association with its product. The recall was initiated after another one was issued by Thomson International earlier this month for red, yellow, and white onions linked to a salmonella outbreak. The FDA said at least 640 people have been sickened by the outbreak, including 85 who've been hospitalized. Illnesses have been reported in 43 states. Other companies that use the produce in prepared foods have also recalled their products, including pasta and chicken salad sold by Taylor Farms and diced onions sold by Marketside.
And for USA Radio News, I'm Chris Barnes.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mark Eisenthal with you on this Thursday. Here's my forecast for southern New Hampshire. For today, sun filled with the clouds. It's warm, much drier. Beautiful temps in the 80s. Get out and enjoy. Clear sky overnight. Great sleeping weather. 58 to 64. And tomorrow, it's Friday. TGIF. Lots of sun. Sun filled with the clouds. Mid-80s. Same deal on Saturday. Sunday morning sun, decreasing clouds, but not a bad day. It'll be in low and mid-80s. Maybe some showers at night. For WSMN 1590 and WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua, I'm Mark Eisenthal.
Quicken Loans presents the Sports Flash, driven by Jeep on WSMN 1590 and 95.3 FM Nashua. Patrice Bergeron with the game winner for the Bruins. They take game one of their playoff series against Carolina on Wednesday, winning 4-3 in double overtime. Tuukka Rask net 25 saves. Dave Pastrnak, Charlie Coyle also scoring for Boston. Game 2 tonight in Toronto. Celtics closing out the regular season today, facing Washington at Walt Disney World. Boston has won 4 in a row. They've gone 5-2 since the restart. Team signed head coach Brad Stevens to a contract extension. He's been with the Celtics for 7 seasons, making the playoffs in each of the last 6 years. Red Sox lose to Tampa Bay 9-5 at Fenway Park despite a grand slam from J.D. Martinez. Zach Godley allowed 8 runs over 3 innings of work. Kevin Pillar had 4 hits in the loss. Red Sox have lost 4 of their last 5. I'm Tony Desiri, WSMN 1590 and 95.3 FM Nashua.
In Dallas, Texas,
2 planes have crashed into the World Trade Center.
we have to fear.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Beatles.
This is WSMN's Life in a Day for August 13th. It's Filet Mignon Day. Happening on this day in 2016, American swimmer Michael Phelps wins his record 23rd Olympic gold medal. Born on this day in 1926, Cuban revolutionary Fidel Castro. Dying on this day in 1946, sci-fi author H.G. Wells. He was 79. And finally, on this day in 1966, the Lovin' Spoonful's Summer in the City hits #1 for the first of 3 weeks. It's the first chart topper with street sounds in the mix. And that's WSMN's Life for Today for August 13th. I'm Phil King.
The Rayla Campbell Show. Hard-hitting, no filter. Leave that PC stuff at home. Representing the bars and stripes. A mom, a patriot for American values and the American way. And now your host, Rayla Campbell.
Good morning. morning, everybody. It is Rayla Campbell here. This is the Rayla Campbell Show on WSMN 1590 AM, WSMN 95.3 FM, and also live on the web at WSMN1590.live. I am so excited to be here. It's going to be another hot day in New England. So much going on. Again, thank you for joining me. It's Rayla Campbell here. I've had an amazing past couple of days going out and supporting our police and all of our men and women in uniform and our fire. It's been quite the experience being out there and standing up for law and order. And like I say all the time, American values, American way. I had the great opportunity yesterday of being in Burlington with the Burlington police, also Boston police, and Lowell police came down, and it was an amazing sight. It was so beautiful. It was so peaceful. We were just there to oppose the new legislation that they're trying to pass with the police reform bill. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know if any of the people actually read the bill before they went and put it up there, but Governor Baker needs to just completely veto it, get it out, and we can start fresh, because half the stuff in that bill our officers already don't do. We have some of the best officers, trained police and fire in the nation, right in Boston. I mean, they do an amazing job, and they go out there and they go into situations that none of us could even imagine. So, Governor Baker, if you're listening, I need you to veto that bill, and let's work together with our police and fire to make sure that, you know, we're making the right changes moving forward. So thank you, everybody, for joining me on this beautiful hot day. We are going to get a break in this heat and humidity, so it's going to be a nice change. I do love summer, but I do understand that it's really hot out there. I'm excited to be going out. I have another event coming up on Sunday where I'm unveiling one of my new dresses. Everybody has noticed my thin blue line dress. If you're looking to get a dress exactly the same or something within that range of it, you can go onto a Thin Blue Line website, which is awesome. It's where I've got it. And don't worry, I love that people want to go out and get the dress. It's flattery. I love it. We can all be standing there together matching. It's beautiful. So, yes, so I am running a sticker campaign down in Massachusetts, and it's also essentially a write-in, and it's for the September 1st primary. So we really need people, if they have received their ballots in the mail, to write my name in. Rayla Campbell, Rayla, Campbell like the soup, Campbell. Write my name in, write on the line for Congress, fill in the circle, Rayla Campbell, Randolph, Mass. Send that back in, and you have now just casted your ballot for the primary for me in order for me to get on the ballot and take on Ayanna Pressley in the fall, which I know we are going to be able to do. I'm very confident. I feel very strong having the support of all of the people in Massachusetts. Everybody has been truly amazing and there for me and really standing up for me, unlike, you know, the media and the fake news and the lack of even denouncing the woman's behavior from my competition and also the mayor and anybody else that this person touches. So I find that really disgusting that they're sitting on this and not going out and saying anything. I mean, you got to call racism out where it happens. And the same thing, I am aware that the Bruins did rescind their, I guess they were going to actually honor the person whose name shall not be named. They rescinded that, which is great, but what are they going to do about standing up and calling it out and then, maybe reaching out to me and letting me know that they don't condone that, and that would be something nice. I would appreciate that. And also with the Red Sox and the Celtics, but we haven't heard anything from them yet, so we'll just see what they do. But we have people out there, and hopefully everybody is still reaching out to all of them and letting them know, exactly how we feel and what we're true sports fans. But when our sports take political stances and they don't focus on just playing the sport that we want to see, that's when we're going to have a problem with it. Play the sport, don't talk about politics. We love our football, our baseball, our hockey, basketball, but right now what's happening is absolutely unacceptable. You're paid to do a job. It's a sport. That's what we want to see. Keep your politics out of it. We don't want to hear it. And especially we don't want to see you putting up racial signs and honoring people who are clearly disgusting, bigot, racist. That being said, I'm a uniter. I'm very, very excited to be out there, going out there, meeting the people, shaking hands, giving hugs. Yes, I know COVID is around, but you know what? I'm leading by example. I'm going out there. I'm meeting everybody. I'm listening. I know what we need here down in Massachusetts. I'm up here in New Hampshire, but I know what we need. I've been through so many different communities. I've talked to the people. I've been all over the state and talked to the people, and it's pretty amazing how we have so much in common no matter where we are and what area we come from. We have so many things that we all agree on that we need help with and that we need to really work on moving forward. And running for Congress, it's really been an eye-opening experience, not just from all of the hate, but just listening to the voices and listening to the people that really are just tired and fed up with their voices not being heard and their politicians not listening to them or lying to them. That's basically what we've been having to deal with is the lies, the distrust, the telling people what they want to hear and then instantly turning around and doing something different. We have a huge, huge problem with unemployment. We really need, to be able to protect our small businesses, protect our landlords. I have so many friends that are out there and, they're not getting help when the rent and the bills aren't getting paid. They still have to pay the bills and they still have to pay their mortgages. And sometimes their rent coming in is actually their income. So when they're not getting that, it's detrimental to every single body. It's not just, the people that need to stay in their homes, I understand, but it's also the people that are paying all of the other bills and not getting any help from the government. And, nobody's really talking about the effect that's having on the landlords. And I think that we really should focus on that because they're out there and they still have to keep up on the property. They still have to deal with everything. And when nobody's paying their bills, they still have to go and pay those mortgages. They still have to pay the sewer, the trash, sometimes if water's not included. It's not fair to just be helping one set of people and not all people. We really need to open up. We really need to allow these businesses to thrive again, to make money. And I think with us staying shut down and now even more restrictions that they've just put back on us in Massachusetts, how are these businesses going to survive? I asked Governor Baker what he's thinking. What is he thinking? How are they going to survive? We have now dropped back the number of people we can have, the capacity that we can have. We went from 100, now we're way back down to 25. I don't understand. Show me the numbers where we're having these massive deaths. I'm not seeing it. And what I am seeing is I'm seeing the government trying to control our lives, trying to control everything that we believe, everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we wear, what we eat, what we touch, how we interact with people. I mean, they're saying they want you to wear masks with your own partners, in your own house, with your husband, and your kids. Ever try kissing your husband with a mask on? Doesn't work. Oh, speaking of that, I actually went and got an incense to put in the car, just a little smelly thing, and I tried to smell it. I forgot I had a mask on. I really couldn't smell it that way. So it's enough. We really got to get out there. Kids need to go back to school. I really want to know what the situation is. Are they going back full time? Stop delaying. Give us an answer. We really need to get them back into school, and you can't have them going back wearing masks. It's not going to be helpful, It's going to hurt the kids. They're going to have all sorts of social anxiety issues if we don't get them back in there and able to just be children again. My daughter has her first communion coming up on Saturday. I'm so excited to see her and to finally have her get her sacred sacrament. It's going to be amazing. She hasn't seen a lot of her classmates since, we ended in April. So I think that, having them all together, they do have to wear masks, which is kind of confusing. I don't know how you're supposed to receive with a mask on, but it's just going to be great to be able to take pictures with all the kids and to see everybody, because our school is closing, which I know a number of private and Catholic schools are shut down now completely because of funding. And, with us not being able to go back to church, that also is affecting our Catholic schools because we're not collecting the money for the Catholic school fund. And it's hurting the children. The people that we need to be taking care of the most and showing them and leading them, we're really hurting them right now. And we really need to open up our eyes and realize what's happening. People need to shut off the news, get out there, look at what's going on, and do something to help. That's why I'm running. I'm running for all of the people. I'm running because I cannot stand looking around and watching my country be destroyed. I love my country. I love my country's history. It is rich. It is diverse. It has got a lot. It is good and bad, but it's history, and history is history for a reason. We still need to learn our history, to respect our history, so we can learn from it, so we don't make the same mistakes again as we're seeing played out here in all throughout the country. I mean, look at Portland, look at Chicago. Look at here in Boston with the homicide rate is out of control. And where does that go back to? That goes back to, one, my competition, Ayanna Pressley, and D.A. Rollins deciding that it'd be a good idea to release violent offenders. I thought it was supposed to be non-violent offenders, people that just were locked up for small marijuana crimes. How come none of those people got released? How come everybody that still had a little dime on them is still locked up? Why didn't they give masks to the people? Why didn't they give masks in jail? No, they'd rather them release them out onto the streets while we were prisoners in our own homes, and now they're wreaking havoc on the streets. And it is creeping ever more close to every single other neighborhood around. And people don't realize it. But you've got your kids out there, and they're out there, and they're protesting, and they're screaming BLM, and they don't even know. What does that go to? That's all going to Act Blue. What has BLM done for any of these communities? Has anybody looked at the pictures of Minnesota? It looks like a war zone. It looks like a third world country. It's disgusting. And that's happening in our country. Not anywhere else. That's right here. You've got these anarchists and these Marxists, and they're out there, and they're just destroying everything which we hold so valuable in life to what has made us the people who we are. This country, what has made it? Us, the people, the hardworking people, the all different backgrounds that we have. We are so diverse. We're Americans. We're privileged to be American. We're born here. We're free. We're able to do whatever we want as long as you work for it. Nothing is for free, and you're not just going to get everything handed to you. You must work for it and push hard. That is one big thing that I teach my children. When you get up, you have to get up and know what you have to do. You have to get up, especially when it comes to education and just taking care of yourself, taking care of your friends, your family, your neighbors. Be that respectable person. Show the love from within. Don't show all this nasty hatred and anger that you see out there. There's going to be evil in the world no matter what. We are at that point where we're fighting good versus evil, and good will prevail. We will prevail because we have God on our side. and we are strong, and we're patriotic. This is our country. We're going to fight for it. We love it, and we're not going to allow it to be taken over by the radical left. Not as long as I'm here. I will fight for every single person. I'm so blessed to be up here in Nashua. I get to come up here every single week. It is gorgeous. I would really like to get out and walk on the streets and interview some of the people and the local businesses to see how this shutdown is affecting them. The same way I go down and see how the shutdown is affecting us and all of the different communities. And I really think small business owners and restaurant owners and clothing stores, everything, that makes the country move and grow, we need to stand together. We need to get out there, and we really need to fight against this shutdown. We need to open up. We need to make sure that people have the same access to everything that they need, like they used to have. Not just allowing people certain times to go shopping or certain places to be open at their capacity and other places they can't. It is not fair. It is not fair, and you know what it is? It's socialism and borderline communism. Stop dictating to us how we should be living our lives. This is a free country. We really need to get out there and to reopen, go back to work, prosper again, heal our country, bring love and joy back into the world. I definitely want to make what I'm doing a huge statement. I'm standing up for everybody, all of the voices. I want to make sure that everybody's voices are heard. So when I put in policies, I'm making sure that they're the best policies for each individual neighborhood and that it's exactly what the people want. I want to make sure that the money that is coming in for the opportunity zones is actually being allocated to the right people and getting around to the people that need it, and not just picking a certain group because you think that they need it or you want to better your own agenda. The opportunity zones go for the whole district and the opportunities where they need it the most. I want to allow more charter schools. I want to be able to do free school choice. I want to be able to have trade schools in the communities so that these young men and women who come out of high school, they can go into an actual trade. They can become an electrician. They can do HVAC. They can become a mechanic. They can actually go into health or dental or even computers just right there in their own neighborhoods, and then able to go out in their communities and start their own businesses and grow in their own communities with having that funding that comes from the federal government that our great president put in place with the opportunity zones. So I want to make sure that when I become your next congresswoman, we are going to make sure that we clean up our areas, fix our schools, public and private, and also give the opportunities to the people that really need it to open up. So I really just welding, iron workers, all that stuff. So I would like to switch a little bit and talking about Joe Biden and his choice for Kamala Harris as his VP, which I find pretty interesting, interesting choice, especially after watching the debates at some times where she was just, slamming him and ripping him and trying to be all dramatic. And, she talks about forced busing. Well, we know a lot about forced busing in Massachusetts. And you know what? It was a lot of the Caucasian students that were bused out of the cities to go to other places. So, Kamala Harris has got a lot of explaining to do because she put in a lot of people behind bars for small, misdemeanors or just little tiny drug offenses that she's claiming that they shouldn't be locked up for. But she's done a lot of shady, dirty stuff in her past, and when she was she a DA? Whatever she was doing out there, she wasn't doing a very great job. because her whole state, she dropped out of the race before her state could even cast a vote for her. Why is that? Because she knows that nobody in California likes her. Yeah, well, Kamala, I'm not a big fan of yours at all. I don't think that you'll make a good VP at all. And actually, if we are paying attention to what Biden says, she's actually supposed to be ready to take place of him day one in January. I think that's what his words were. Whoever he selects for vice president has to be able to become president January 1st. So why are you guys voting for Joe if he's not going to be the president? That's just my opinion. Get out there, vote red, vote for President Trump. Support all the Republican candidates, no matter where you are, state, in all of the nation. Supporting Republicans, go out there, find out their names, go to their websites, donations, everything helps. The whole nation needs to really come together and pull together, help our Republican candidates so that we can actually make America great again, as it was before. We had so many people prospering, lowest unemployment among blacks, among Latinos, among women had the highest employment, and doing such great positions. We really got to get back to that. I'm really excited to be working with the Republicans and in my state and the GOP, and also to hope to be working with the president. I think it'll be amazing. We want to make sure that we change the way of everything. We're going to get a Republican in office from dog catcher up. It's going to be quite an amazing experience when we get out there, and especially when I win my primary September 1st. Remember, it's a write-in. Got to write my name in. And then when we go on to win in November on the 3rd, and we send Ayanna Pressley back to Chicago, where she's from. Because you know what? We don't need Chicago politics in Massachusetts. Thank you very much. So it's time for her to go. And, it's time for a lot of them to go. We're going to go after everybody, making sure that we have the true Americans, the true Bostonians, the people that are looking to do what's best for us in our state and that care about us. It is really important that we stand up and we stand strong and we fight. And being up here in New Hampshire, you know who I want to get in touch with? I happen to meet him, Corky. Corky, if you are listening, I would like for you to come on. Or I would like to do a standout together. We could come across states. I think it would be amazing. But I love everything that he's doing. I think that, he's an amazing man. And I really think everybody should get out there and support him and, stand up for American values, American way, rule of law. So I would love to have Corky come on the show. And, I can bounce some ideas off of you, see how your campaign's going, tell you about everything that's going on with mine. I think it would be amazing. So, Corky Messner, if you're listening, Rayla Campbell, reach out to me. I think it would be great. So, this week I have got a ton of things planned. So, I had my daughter's recital, one of them was yesterday, and I have my other daughter's recital tomorrow, which is really exciting, and then plus First Communion. But I also am doing a lot of standouts. So I'm going into the communities, and I'm also traveling all over the state. But we're going to start having a lot more standouts in my district. So first up, we're going to do Somerville, and then after that, we're going to move over to Chelsea and Everett, and we're going to kind of move our way down. I really want to start with Somerville because I was up there with the people of Somerville, and they're not happy with what's happening in their city and what's happening with the government and their horrible mayor that's, putting in these detrimental policies to the community. But don't worry, we got someone that's going to fix that. His name is William Caruso. He's running for mayor. He is awesome. I want everybody to get in touch with him. He writes for the Somerville Post, and he is an amazing man, and he will fix Somerville. So, everybody, if you haven't looked at him yet, check it out. William Caruso, he's awesome. Going to be the new mayor of Somerville. I'm excited for it. So we're going to do a nice big standout in Somerville. We're going to have as many people as we possibly can. We're going to have music. Maybe we can possibly get some vendors out there, but it's going to be a great standout. Just supporting American values, American way, standing up for me, standing up for the president. You know, we're getting out there. We're going to change the world, and we're going to really make sure that our voices are heard and we're not silenced. And then we're going to definitely move down, go to Chelsea and Everett, and then I'm going to be doing Freeport Street in Boston. Also, I'm going to do something in South Boston. I'm working on setting up a rally in Dorchester, so I want to be able to get everywhere. And possibly we'll do Reedville, as I know a lot of people want me to go out to Reedville, so I think that would be a great one to also do right there in JP. So it'll be really exciting to get out there and, you know, just shake hands with the people, have a great time, just stand out and embrace American values, American ways. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to be out there with everybody. It's been so much fun. We are stickers out, so if people need stickers, please go onto my website. It's raylaforcongress.com, RAYLAFOR Congress.com. You can pledge your vote. If you need stickers, we can get them to you. Just make sure you put your information in there. You can also volunteer and donate. We really need donations to come in. We've been getting great donations. Money comes in and goes right out to signs, to bumper stickers, to the stickers, to paying for. We're going to be running ads. Robocalls are going to be going out, so stay tuned for that. It's going to explain to you guys how to either use the sticker or write in. It's really super easy, but you just got to make sure the spelling of my name is right, which is also easy. To think Ray like sunshine and Campbell like the soup. So you can't forget it that way. But yeah, so we're going to be out there. We're going to be trying to do some door knocking with, you know, make sure that our people are wearing masks. And, you know, if anybody doesn't want anybody to come to their door, please reach out to us on my website, like I said, or you can reach out to me on Facebook. It's at Rayla for Congress, same thing, RAYLAFOR Congress. And also on Twitter, it's Rayla for Congress as well. And I'm on Parler, too, at Rayla for Congress. So you can reach out to us, and we can definitely, yeah, I'm good. Thank you. We can get everybody set up, get you the stickers, and also if you would like to volunteer, we're getting phone calls out there. It'd be really great. You can sign up, and like I said on my website, the more people we have, the better. We really need boots on the ground. It's a real grassroots campaign. And, you know, everybody's voices count, and we want to make sure that we're touching every single person in our district. So definitely reach out. We'll get right back to you and let you know what's going on. So if you have previously requested stickers, they are going to be coming out to you, and we have a team of people that are going to be bringing them out starting today and also tomorrow and through the weekend, and we're going to be heavy on the ground. So please, if you see some of my people out there, make sure you go up to them, shake their hands, and, you know, they'll give you a card if you want to just take a picture, and they'll get to me. I would love it. You know, I love being able to be with the people and taking pictures with everybody. Please post them, tag me in them. Anybody that's taken a picture, I love it. I think it's amazing. The show of support has been incredible. Everybody, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've been doing and standing strong for me and everything that has been happening. He's back. You losing things doesn't surprise me. Yeah, you're always losing your mind, George. But yeah, it's been really great. So I want people to, you know, reach out to me. If you would like me to do an event in your area, we could definitely do that. If you're willing to host for any type of fundraisers, please, we would, you know, reach out to me or my team. You can reach us on Facebook or through my website, like I said, and we would definitely love to be out there with the people doing events and just being local, you know, and making sure that we can stand together and stand up for everybody's voices. So I would like to have a lot more of the candidates running up here come in or contact me somehow so I could actually just, listen to them, hear their platforms, and see how we can work together, especially with Massachusetts and New Hampshire being so close, and, we could work with a lot of the policies together for the better of everybody. We do travel. A lot of us come down from New Hampshire to Massachusetts, and us from Massachusetts go up to New Hampshire. So I would really like to, talk with Corky especially, and his run against Jean Shaheen, and all of the other candidates that were running up here. I think it would be great to, be able to speak with everybody and have their voices heard, and, just tell me a little bit about themselves and about New Hampshire and why they're running and what it really means to stand up for American values and to fight for your country, and why you are doing that fight for your country. I mean, us down there, if you see what's happening in the schools, you see what's happening with the kids, you see what's happening on the streets, the fight is on, and we really need to be strong, and we really need to stand up. And the same thing goes for everybody who feels like they don't really have a voice. It's time for you to stand up. You have a voice, you just need to use it. And if you're too afraid, come to me, I'll use it. I'll do it for you. It's really, being out here in New Hampshire has been quite an awesome experience. And then being out on the streets and meeting the people in all over the state of Massachusetts has been incredible. I couldn't thank everybody enough for all of the support. Jeff Kuhner having me on the air, making sure that he's talking about the horrible racist story that has been happening to me. I mean, he's just amazing. I can't thank you enough, Jeff. Also, Aiden from Turtle Boy Sports, I can't thank him enough. I mean, they've really got my back and really have stood up for me when, not so many people will. It's racism is racism. Let's call it out, no matter what color it is. Okay, let's not sit down there and say, oh, it can't be racist because it's going to another, from one black person to another black person. No, it's racism. And it's horrible. It's probably the worst racism you've ever heard. We can't even play clips because it's so bad. Well, maybe we will. But yes, so Jeff Kuhner, thank you so much. WRKO out of Massachusetts. Amazing. Thank you for all of the support and for, making sure that people have heard if they hadn't heard it before. And if they do want to watch the whole video, it is on my Facebook page at Rayla for Congress. So it's pretty intense. You can't watch it with any kids around, or if you're a little sensitive, it's nasty, it's graphic, it's horrible. But I encourage people to see it because you should see what real racist is. And that's exactly what this woman is. But me, I am a happy, bubbly, smiley, peppy type of person. And nothing's going to keep me down, no matter what they throw at me, no matter how much they try to intimidate me and scare me. I don't scare easily at all. And you know what? Everything that has been happening has just made me stronger. I'm a Bostonian, true to the core, and I will always fight hard, as you see in live when you see me. I will never back down. I will not be afraid. They can come at me, say whatever they want, but I know what I'm doing this for. God put me here for a reason. I'm standing up for everybody's voice, and I think it's really important that right now is our time, and we get out there and do it, and we stand strong and united together. So again, like I said, I'm doing a write-in campaign, so people really, anybody who is in my district, that's District 7, it goes from Randolph through Milton, Dorchester, Mattapan, Mission Hill, Hyde Park, Roslindale, West Roxbury, East Boston, Charlestown, a little bit southy. Did I say West Roxbury? I think I did. And also Reedville, Everett, Somerville, Chelsea. So it covers a lot of area. Oh, a little bit of Cambridge. I always forget about them because it's Cambridge. But hopefully our Cambridge people will come around to the right way of thinking. I won't hold my breath. But I have Cambridge. Anyway, anybody in my district has to pull a Republican ballot. And for September 1st, if they're independent or Republicans, pull a Republican ballot, write in my name, Rayla Campbell, RaylaCampbell, and Jane Street, Randolph, Mass. So you can definitely put my name on there. You can write it if you've already got your ballot. If you need a sticker, we can get you a sticker. I'd rather, if you have your ballot right now, write my name in. You got to circle the Congress box and write my name in. So that way you can send it back and, it will be counted. Your vote is counted. And if we have more votes already sent in than the day of Election Day, it'll just make it even better for us. And I want everybody to make sure that they come out to all my different events that I'm doing with I Support the Police a lot. I love my police and my fire, but I really like my men and women in blue. They're out there and they're doing the hardest work, the hardest job, especially right now in these situations around the country, and just the dangers that they're put in. And they put on that uniform and they go out there to protect us. And we need to protect them. They're amazing men and women, and they're doing an incredible job, especially with the circumstances that we have going on. And I want them to know how much I appreciate everything that they're doing, how much I love them, how inspiring they are. I have a 3-year-old son who loves officers. He wants to be a police officer. He has his police truck and his fire truck everywhere that he goes. He's the man, and he's like, a man's man, true man's man. And, he's incredible. He really does look up to them. He's not afraid. He wants to be an officer. He loves the sirens. He loves the cars. He's just like, he's amazing. He's an amazing little guy. So I would love for him to follow in great footsteps of our men and women out there who are, going out there selflessly and putting their lives on the line to protect us and their families, your family, our communities. They do so much, and they don't even ask for a thank you. They do it because they love the job and they love our communities. So we really need to be respecting and honoring that and making sure that we stand up strong. So I'm excited to, again, be out there and doing all of this and running for Congress and standing strong for everybody and really speaking up and making sure that everybody's voices are heard. I want people to make sure that they know that they can reach out to me wherever, whenever. I will always be there to listen. When I'm in Washington, because I will be your next Congresswoman, when I'm in Washington, I will make sure that I am doing Washington business, but I'm not going to be living in Washington like our current representative. I will be traveling back and forth because I need to be here with the people of my district and to know what they need at the time and always be available to everybody. So I want to make sure that I have offices in all of my communities, making sure that I have local people that I can really trust and that the community trusts running and being in the office, so that I know anything I will have my hands in everything and make sure that anything that happens, I will always know about it. And I want people to know that I'm going to be there for them, always. So it's very exciting to be standing up for everybody. It's very exciting to be on this journey. It's quite a journey, I'll say. But I'm so appreciative of all the support that I'm getting out there. It is really amazing. And, getting out there and just being able to speak and to talk to people and to have my voice heard, to be able to be strong and stand up for all of us, especially our men and women in blue. I mean, I just can't say it enough how much they really need our support with this police reform bill that the governor needs to completely veto. Just rip it up, veto it, get rid of it. That bill, taking away the qualified immunity, and it doesn't just affect police. It makes you wonder if anybody read it, because it affects fire, it affects EMTs, it affects nurses, it affects teachers. So, taking away qualified immunity, how are they supposed to do their job? They cannot do their job. It's hard enough right now for them to do their job. They're trying to do whatever they can, but when they do anything, it's, police brutality no, they're just doing their job. They're doing their job to protect the community. When you call the police, you're not calling them because you tripped and you stubbed your toe. You're calling them because there's a crime happening, or, somebody's acting completely out of control and you're in fear, you're not calling them for simple little, Susie lost the ball down the drain. Like, come on, let's be serious here. We really want to make sure that the governor does not sign this bill, does not sign it. He has I want him to rip it up. He cannot sign it. And, if he does veto it, I'm not sure. There are a few Dems that did step away and voted against it, but I don't know if that is enough. So I'm not sure if it would survive a veto, but I think he just rip it up. Don't sign it. Don't sign it at all. Start all over. Sit down at the table with the men and women in uniform, and then ask them what they do, what their policies are, and then from there, that's when you see if we need to implement any changes. But we're not Minnesota. Let's be real. We're not Minnesota. We're Massachusetts. We don't have chokeholds. That's not taught. That's not what they do in our practices. So I just want him and everybody else to know exactly what the men and women do and how they're trained before they go making up situations or writing bills and adding amendments. A bill that started with 11 pages is now at 200 and something pages. Who's read that? There's no way that you guys sat there and read it before you signed it. You didn't, because if you did, you wouldn't have signed it. That's the truth. But that's what happens when you have a Democrat majority and a governor who would rather stand up for Democrats than stand up for the American people and the people of Massachusetts who elected him. So we really need to stand strong. This bill will just weaken law enforcement, and we can't allow that to happen. So Governor Baker, again, don't sign it. Rip it up, throw it away, start fresh. Look at what we have in place and see if we actually need to put any changes in, because we have implemented the best changes. We have done the most police reforms, and we have some of the best men and women in uniform right in Massachusetts, and they can train anybody else in the entire country. And they are a testament to how it should be run. So I would like everybody to go onto my Facebook, go onto my website, read about me, donate to my campaign. Again, it's RaylaForCongress.com, RaylaFor Congress.com. Check it out. See, I would love to have many more volunteers. I'd love to just have feedback from people if they want me to go into different areas, or if they're having Back to Blue standouts and you guys want me there, I'm more than happy to come to any standout and just support the men and women in uniform, law enforcement. I have a new, last week you guys probably saw I had a new dress. It's the red line dress for the fire. So I'm also want to stand up for the fire because they have been amazing and, have been getting a lot of backlash as well, and having to remove their flags, the thin blue line flag. I just find that absolutely disgusting. I think that, showing unity for the police and having the chiefs, because of one person, Maxwell in Hingham, who was offended, to take them down, like, that's offensive to the rest of us. The flag has been around forever. You just don't, because one person's feelings were hurt. Well, what about the majority? Majority rules. So everyday people that are out there, we all love our police and fire. We all love law enforcement. We just want to be able to honor our country, love our country, and not be villainized for it. Since when is being a patriot and loving your country a hate crime? Just like my dress, my thin blue line dress, apparently is a hate speech, but I don't find it as hate speech at all. I find it as honoring the men and women who have sacrificed their lives and have done so much. The same I would do if I had a military dress. Somebody make me a military dress. Would really love that. But yeah, so stand up for law enforcement. Stand up for what's right. Stand up for the rule of law. Just stop with the hate, stop with all of these radical socialist agendas. It's time for us to be able to, go back to church, go back to school, go back to living our lives, go back to eating out in restaurants, hanging out with friends, not being afraid. We got to lead by example. That's what I'm going to do, always leading by example. I'm never a follower, I'm a leader. And I would hope that everybody else will come and lead with me and show that we're strong Americans and we can overcome anything. And we'll be stronger after this, and we'll be stronger forever, as long as we stand up now and we show who we are. We show what it's like to love your country, to stand for your flag, and you only kneel to God. It's extremely important that we respect our flag. This country has given us everything. You don't get this in other countries. The freedom to go out there to protest, the freedoms to go out there and be whoever you want, marry whoever you want. Doesn't matter the color of their skin, because we're Americans and we shouldn't see anything but red, white, and blue. It's amazing to me that I still have to hear about interracial relationships and an interracial marriage. Pretty sure, guys, there was this movie in the 90s called Jungle Fever. They handled it then. We handled it then. We all started having jungle fever and started dating and started mixing. And we have these beautiful families, a beautiful country of mixed kids. America is a prospering place. It is gorgeous. We're diverse. We're all human. We're all beautiful. God made us in his image. So stop with the color. Let's stop talking about it. Let's move forward as a country. Let's be stronger, united. United, we stand. Let's honor, respect our history, love one another, be able to go out and shake hands and give hugs. It's really important that we just get back to being Americans, to loving each other, to respecting each other. And I am truly excited to be going out. I really, really, really can't wait to unveil my new dress. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be on Sunday in Wilmington. It's a Back the Blue. So please join us. It's on my Facebook page. I'll repost it again if you haven't seen it. And then also all of the pictures from yesterday, please send them to me. Tag me in it on Facebook, Rayla Campbell for Congress. And I just want to put them all up there. Yesterday was so beautiful. It was so amazing to be out there, to stand and just have that strong unity with the community and all of the police and, their families and friends. It was a beautiful sight. And if we do that all the time, then you know what? We're not going to have any of this hate. Not going to have any of it. We'll just show that we can be united. United States, like we should be, not the divided states. And that's exactly what my competition is trying to do, trying to divide us. Not me. I'm always going to unite us. We're going to stand strong. We're going to stand up for American values, American way. And I am going to always be that voice of the people, for the people, everybody's voice. So definitely I would like to have tons of people up here in New Hampshire to come on to the show, come in, or they can call in. We're going to probably do that one time. We should do call-ins. And it would be great to just be able to talk to all the candidates running up here, what your visions are, what your dreams are, what you want to have happen in New Hampshire and, the similarities that we have down in Massachusetts and what we could do together working forward when we win. And we keep everybody, turn Massachusetts red and also New Hampshire. And then we go and we take over the House and keep the Senate and meet the president and have a huge party because, I'm from Boston and we like a good party. But it's going to be amazing. It's going to be really amazing. I know we're going to be able to do it. We're going to be strong. So I want to make sure that I can get the candidates in here that are running in New Hampshire and make sure that you guys get your voices out there just as much as I am. We can work together, showing what we're going to do to heal our country, to be strong, what you guys are going to do to heal New Hampshire, to make it stronger, to help your businesses prosper, get rid of G and Shaheen. It's just, it's a hot mess when we've got people that don't really understand the people anymore. So I'd like to have local businesses come in. Food. I really like food. Any bakeries around? I love a bakery. I would love to have there's a bakery over there? Okay, I love Danishes. I want bakery food.
You'll definitely like shameless plug, Crosby's Bakery.
Crosby. Okay. Crosby's
Yeah,
Bakery.
they're just right down the road here, and they do have Danishes. Raspberry and lemon.
Oh, nice. I'm like dying for a raspberry Danish. It's just
And see what else is good. Well, everything there is good. They make cakes for weddings and all occasions as well.
Awesome. So I can get
their blueberry muffins are outstanding.
I was just about to say that. I need muffins. And do they make donuts? Homemade donuts?
Yeah, everything there is homemade.
Right. See, I need a bakery in my life. I would love for them to come in, bring me some free food.
And how convenient. They're like 300 feet down the road.
Exactly. So that's where I'm going to be going after. You guys be looking out for me because I'm coming down there after because I love bakeries. But yeah, all the food around here, I would love to have people come in and bring me samples. And then I'll definitely bring plenty of it home because I love food. It may not look like it, but I do. I'm like a garbage disposal.
Well, that's what people say about me. And it's like, well, don't you eat? And it's like, yeah, I eat. I just can't gain the weight. That's all.
Exactly. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. This has been Rayla Campbell, and you've been listening to The Rayla Campbell Show every Thursday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. on WSMN 1590 AM, 95.3 FM, 1590 WSMN.live. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you guys next week. Rayla Campbell, I'm out.
WSMN 1590, WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua. Listen, watch, and stream at WSMN1590.com. WSMN 1590, WSMN 95.3 FM Nashua. Listen, watch, and stream at WSMN1590.com.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi warning of what she calls dire consequences if stalled talks on coronavirus relief drag into September. The House